I know. I'm on late, but I can't sleep. I'm not even tired, but I'll probably be on here for like maybe 30 minutes or so. Plus, I don't have much to do tomorrow morning. It goes. Man, that shit was funny. I had a good laugh just now. What you gonna do when the gangsters come for you? Okay, Barbie. And what you gonna do when yeah, it's coming for you? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? These people are weird. Yeah, let's go. The Bruins won. Oh goddamn! What the frick? These people are weird. There's a lot of weirdos in the world. There's a lot of weirdos in the world. It's pouring rain here. I say about maybe an hour ago it started. Maybe actually no, probably 2 hours ago. It started raining. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. What you gonna do? Yeah, it's raining. Mm-mm-mm. So 1 for 1. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh, no problem, Bobby. Good evening. How are you? I'm just here. I'm not really tired, so I'm just here for a little bit, just shooting the shit. I'm listening to like a DJ thing as well, so I might mute my voice momentarily. You said you had need some milk. That was good. Now I won't have one in 6 months. Yeah, the boys are back. My nephew is back from college. I hung out with him a little bit today. We had tacos for dinner, so it was pretty cool. He had his friends up. He saw his girlfriend today and yesterday when he came, and then he hung out with all his friends today. They just left here like about an hour ago because the weather was getting worse. But yeah, it was nice hanging out with him. He brought me back some chocolates from the UK that I like that we don't have here anymore. So we're probably gonna have dinner tomorrow night at the house here. Might not. I don't know. I wanted to visit my mom today, but she was doing her thing. I think my sister, I think my brother went back down there again today. So, but tomorrow she's going to church with my mom. My mom's going to church tomorrow with my sister. Tomorrow's Palm Sunday, so they're all going to church. Well, today here, so they're all going to church, and I'm not going. Obviously, my church is right here, where it should be. So yeah, same shit, different day, but it was good. It was a good day overall. It was a good day overall. Yeah, Palm Sunday is cool because you get the palms and you make a cross out of it. It's cool. I like that. But I've been there, done that. Church was always good when I was young and I was a altar boy. I loved doing it, and it meant a lot to me back then. But now it's just a place where you know the church that I go to is right down the hill from where I live, and it's my parish church, and it's very, very different now. And when I went to church a couple of times here and there, it was just like, what the heck am I doing here? All the words are changed, and the Catholic religion just makes things weird, and I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me, and I just felt awkward at going to church. Hey, Christy, how you doing? But otherwise, that it was fine. She posted today, Christy, that she's gonna stay offline for a bit and focus on other things. So her her community page. Um, dun, 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 dun. Her community page 5 hours ago. She says, "Hey everyone, this is just to let everyone know that after much thought and consideration, I have decided to pause going live for a while. If you have a question and you would like to get it answered, you can email me and I'll send a video recorded link to you. Questions are $10 in email in description. XOXO Leo." So that was 5 hours ago. She posted that. So that's where that's what I got from her. Yeah, exactly. When we were youngsters, church was a lot more enjoyable and it was a lot more, serious, So that's why, like, I don't like to go to church no more because it doesn't mean anything like it used to. It was it's kind of annoying now. Yeah, everyone needs time, you know. Everyone needs time. It's life. Oh boy. Oh well, such is life. Yeah, she has some issues, but I'm sure she'll be okay. I'll pray for her tonight. Yeah, that's That's why I preach on here many times that, a lot of us complain about little things. A lot of us complain about life and, you don't have no one in your life, you lost somebody, or, just complain about just stupid ass shit that we shouldn't be complaining about. And, I think that people need to understand that you should complain less and give more gratitude for what you have in life right now, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. Hey, Black Widow, how the heck are you been? I haven't seen you forever. Maybe it's because I'm on here at 1 o'clock in the morning. Ever since the time change, I've been out of whack. It's kind of annoying, but oh, nice. Glad you got the new job and things are going good. That's good. That's great news. Yeah, you can if you want. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. You've been vacationing too? Oh, well, that's good. Sounds like you've been enjoying life. That's good. I'm glad. I like to hear everybody. I like to hear that people are having fun and doing their thing. And they're good. And I love to hear that. I even forgot that I didn't even put up my link in here. I should have. I didn't even remember. I just didn't even think I was going to be here this long. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? It was nice seeing you live today and doing your grocery haul. You had some nice stuff there. I was annoyed because while I was watching you, I was watching something else, and then somebody was texting me. My DJ friend was texting me and saying that he needed some information and a song that I needed, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Leave me alone." And then I was watching a football game at the same time. It was like I would say from 9 o'clock until like midnight. It was just absolutely nuts. Everybody was talking to me because we were watching like an online DJ competition. It just ended just now. I just saw the last bit just now while I was online. I didn't miss anything. It was kind of boring, but it was a Bermuda DJ on there. He won. He beat the other DJ, so that was good. I'm glad that he won, even though I don't like him, but he won. Yep, another victory for Bermuda. That's good. Yeah, Christy, she goes live once in a while, and it's fun. She shows us all these cool things she buys. She giggles and laughs, and everybody in there is really cool, just like here. The same people you see in here, you'll see over there. We're all a big family. Sometimes her mom's in there too. We all have fun. Everybody's very respectful. Okay, thanks, Black Widow. I appreciate it. You can ask your question when you're ready. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, she has a cool YouTube channel, but she just goes around all over the place and drives and talks. I think it was last week or the week before that. She was in her RV driving, or the truck. I can't remember. And then she met this hot guy, and she was talking shit. It was pretty funny. I enjoyed every minute of it. Some people are going nuts. I swear. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah. You can ask your question when you're ready, Black Widow. Yeah, it was funny as shit. She was doing play by play. Anybody who dresses like that's got issues. Oh God. A lot of people's wardrobes are getting dissed lately. I don't know if you guys know Shaggy. You know the guy goes, Mr. Lover, Lover. Mm. He came on this show and he had like this fucking shower curtain looking fucking shirt, and he looked zesty as heck. Everybody's been dissing him online, saying, "What the fuck are you wearing, bro? That shit looks like it belongs to a curtain holder, or you looking, you must have changed your ways, bro. You're looking zesty." Everybody was dissing him. Somebody sold his soul and he's gay now and all this shit. I was like, oh wow, this guy can't even wear a shirt without somebody dissing him. He was wearing like women's baggy jeans and shit. Like guys don't wear that shit, yeah. Guys wear it if you're zesty and you're gay and stuff, you know. But you know, to each their own. If you want to wear that shit, go right ahead. You won't be finding Marky wear that. No. I ain't wearing nothing that's supposed to be on a woman. I'll let you wear it. Yeah, it was looking like a blouse. Yeah, exactly. And it was way too big for him. It looked like a triple X. I was like, what the hell is this guy wearing? Anyway, people are weird, man. It's a bate boy. Facidale. I don't think he's gay. I doubt it. But hey, you never know. People change their ways. Like, you know, when you dress like that, you leave no imagination to what you're doing. So yeah. Yeah. So Black Widow, what I get here is Jay is mad. Um, he didn't appreciate the conflict that you had. He's mad that you didn't pick up the phone. You know, he's just irritated right now. He's probably not gonna, call again, or he's probably just gonna take a chill. He's very disappointed. He knows you're disappointed. You know. Um, but I think that after a while, this will clear away and make way for something new to happen, and you guys should be all right after that. I don't see it lasting too long with you guys not communicating with each other or being mad or whatever. But right now, it looks like he's pissed. I got the King of Swords reversed, which is somebody who like is selfish and you know dwells on conflict, and when conflict appears, they act weird and they're like, uh, I want to do something back to you because you dissed me, or that he might have said something back to you that was very nasty. Um, but overall, there's a disappointment here, and that's how he feels. He just feels like uh, that there should be some type of change here about how you feel about him. But I also got the Page of Cups reversed, which means he's not going to offer an apology or anything like that no time soon. He might, but I doubt it. So if he offended you back, he probably won't say sorry until you say sorry. Oh yeah, hell yeah. A lot of guys wear women's clothes and they think it's all right. But I have my I have my you know thing about all that stuff. But one person you'll never see wearing no zesty things is me. Hell no. I'm a man. I'm gonna stay that way. I don't want to be a woman. I don't want to look like one. I don't want to act like one. And I definitely ain't dressing like one. I love who I am. I'm good. But yeah. Hey Sophie, how you doing? Oh, you know me. I know you. You're an Aquarius, so I know. You're good. Good to hear. Glad you're good. Oh yeah, Scorpio men are very sensitive. You can't say nothing to them. They get mad. And if they get so mad, they won't ever address that again. Or if you hurt their feelings, they just crawl up in a little hole and all mad and shit. They're too sensitive. Scorpio men are very sensitive. You can't tell them nothing. I see us Aquarius is when we say what we want and we, you know, diss the person that we are around or whatever, they get mad. They can't take it as a joke. They get mad. Poor things. Yeah, Christy. Yeah. Should be all right. Yeah. Maybe that's probably why. But, I'm sure she'll show up in here and let us know how she's doing. I'm sure she will. But she's been in good spirits lately, so I hope it doesn't last long where she, you know, stays away. Yeah, some Scorpio men have a thing where you can't tell them nothing because it's always different. They don't admit much anyway. My nephew, that's a Scorpio, he's 18, and him and I go at it many times because he always thinks he's right. He always thinks he's better than everybody else. He loves to argue. And if you tell him, oh, if you tell them, hey, you do this, they're gonna say, no, I don't. And I'm like, okay, apparently, whatever. And I just walk away because I can't be bothered no more. Now that he's in college, I'm like, good. I'm glad that I have time away from you. But I love him to death, and I know he loves me. But he gets into his phases where he thinks he's better than everybody else. But when a Scorpio is around somebody like an Aquarius, the Aquarius is like, whatever, bro. We'll make you feel like you ain't that great. It's just in our blood. What can I say? because we don't act like that. But we will tell you about yourself. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I don't like people who have tats all over their face. That's kind of dumb. That's like real dumb. They swear they're all that and swear they're always right, better than everyone else. Yep, exactly. But the Scorpio women I know, they're not like that. But the Scorpio men are. But one of my best friends is a Scorpio, and he's only like that if like there's a few people around, and if he's winning, he'll start running his mouth. But if he loses, he gets a big attitude. And I used to tease him about that all the time. But we're still friends, but I can't hang around him like all day like I used to. But we're good friends though. He's one of my best friends. And my nephew, that's a Scorpio, he's one of the closest to me. But a lot of them act like that. I let him get a little one up here and there to make him feel good about himself. Yeah, I feel like the Scorpio women that I know, they can be uh, jealous or say some things like that. Yeah. But I always tell everybody, sometimes it's not the sign, it's the actual person and their character and how they're brought up and how weird they are. But they can be that way. Not everybody. I know a Scorpio woman that's nothing like none of that. She's the coolest person ever. But and then I have a Scorpio woman that likes me. Every time she sees me, she wants to say more, but she acts like, no way, I'm the prize here. And I'll look at her and be like, apparently you never heard of me. Sweetheart, you're just another woman with a coochie like everybody else. You ain't like that, sweetheart. I know you like me, but I'm not gonna drool all over you. I don't need nobody. I'm not one of those guys that need a woman to cook for me and clean my clothes and wash my clothes and wash my dishes. I'm the type of guy that wants a woman to be a part of something meaningful and do things together and not be in a competition with each other. And I don't need you for nothing. And you probably don't need me for nothing either, but we can coexist together. That's great. And we can, do great things together. But don't ever think I need you, because I don't. Not for those reasons. See, I look at a woman a different way. I don't look at a woman as I need you to wash my clothes. I need you to cook for me. I need you to do this for me, or I can't do that because I'm not a woman. No. And I want the woman to feel the same way against me. I want the woman to say, I don't need you. I can do this. I can take a screwdriver and put that screw in that wall. I can use a drill. I don't need you to cook for me either. Maybe I don't know how to cook as good as you, but I can still cook. I'll get takeout, damn it. Or I'll do whatever I want. I don't need you to put tape on this shit for me. I don't need you to fix this shit. I'll do it my damn self. YouTube's available. If a woman says that to me, I would be like, good, fine. And if she says, I can pay my own fucking bills, I don't need your money, then I'll be like, I love this woman. She's the best. But when you try and use me, then fuck you. I don't want you. Or as soon as you say, oh, you're a man, that's your job. You're supposed to take out the trash. I'll be like, oh, really? We're not going to last no more than 1 more minute. Bye. Oh, I can detach very quickly. I can love you today and hate you tomorrow. I can love you today and get rid of you tomorrow. It's no problem. I can get rid of you today if you want. And I wouldn't even think about you no more. I wouldn't even care because you have to have that mentality that you don't need, people like you don't need nobody but yourself. If you're self confident, if you have self confidence, self reliance, and you have like just everything, you can do everything without somebody else. Then hey, that's a good thing. You should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of women who tell a man, "You think I fucking need you? I can do everything myself." That's why I love my younger sister because she's like that. She said, "I don't need no man. I can do everything my fucking self," and she does. That's why I'm proud of her. Her man was a fucking idiot anyway, so he didn't know how to do anything. All he knew how to do was lie. So Chrissy's like, "Boy, don't even." Tanya said, "I never had to take out the trash, but you do now. Phil's not there to take it out for you." See, sometimes when a man ain't around, you realize what you have. Yeah. But when you do it, it makes me proud of you, and I'm sure he's proud of you. It's like my mom. My mom is the same way. Like she doesn't have my dad no more, so she does everything, and I'm proud of her. Like I'm proud that she does things. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way I think, and I believe that it should be. But if, like, I always tell people, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, right, and she says, "Look, Mark, I don't know how to cook that good, but I'll wash the dishes and I'll clean the house and I'll help you wash clothes and I'll help you do everything else. But, maybe I can learn how to cook with you because that's something that I don't really know how to do very good. I'm not as confident as you when it comes to cooking." And I'll say, "Okay, well, look, I'm going to teach you. I'm not going to say, oh, well, don't come in the kitchen. I'm going to do everything because I want you to learn. And if I can learn something from you, if I can learn how to iron a shirt better, if you iron clothes better than me, I want to learn from you. If you can cook better than me, I want to learn from you." You see what I mean? I'm not going to say, "Oh, you do that. This is your job and that's my job." I don't want to talk like that. I would never talk to my woman like that and say, "Oh, this is your job and that's my fucking job." No, no, no. This everything in here is our job. We both are going to do it. And none of us should do it more than the other. You know? Now there's some things you can do, I'll do it. And there's some things that I can't do, you can do it. Just work together. It's that simple. And if you see something that needs to be done, don't say. Don't say to me, "Oh, it's your job," or "You should do that. You ain't doing nothing." When you start talking to me like that, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fix you. You won't be around me too long. You think I'm gonna put up with your ass? Hell no." You took a wrench to something in the house, and I had to call my boyfriend because I ruined something. I couldn't even tell what I ruined. Trying to be misfix it. Hey, well, at least you tried. You learn from your mistakes. Yeah, Barbie, that's something that, I'm sure most widows, miss, obviously, but because you do it yourself, your husband in spirit saying, "I'm so proud of my wife. Look at her. She's doing all these things herself. And you have children and stuff. Yeah, exactly, Tanya. Yeah, exactly. But some men think they know, but they don't. Some men are worthless. I know there's a woman, right, that I work for, her and her husband and her dad. And she disses her husband and says he doesn't want to do anything. And he rather pay somebody to do he don't want to do it. Like he doesn't want to do those things anymore. And she says, "Oh, he doesn't do anything." Like when I come around, he's like, "Oh, he doesn't do it. That's why I've got you here. You're gonna do it." And she's like all over me and shit. She's like, "Oh yeah, you're so great. Oh my god." She's probably saying, "I wish I would have married you. I don't want a woman like you. You fucking irritate me. You're the type of woman that would see me on the couch watching the game, babe. You know that the shower, that little piece up top, it's loose. You need to fix that right now, bitch. I'm watching the game. You better relax. Who the hell are you talking to? I'm talking to you. Shut the fuck up. Go do something. You fucking fix it. Go on YouTube and find out how to fix it. Leave me the hell alone. When I'm watching sports, you better leave me alone, woman. I'll be fighting all day with a woman, aggravating me. Get your ass out of here. Christy said it sounds like a power couple to you. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to be in a power couple? You know? Okay, cool, Tanya. I'm glad you found a place that will fix it. Well, I'll keep quiet on that one. But I'm not gonna let a woman, kill me and tell me do this and do that and do this and do that. Hell no. That ain't happening. I don't do that now. You know. My mom says, "Oh, when you get a chance, can you do this?" And that's exactly what I do. I don't go running to do anything because I know it's not that serious. And when I get a chance, I'll do it. When I feel like doing it, I'm gonna do it. The last thing that I'm gonna do is come running to your aid every day and fix this and fix that. No, 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 no. I'm gonna do it on my time and I'll do it when I feel like it. I used to be that jump when you talk or, when you say something, come running. No, no. Those days are over. I'm too old for that shit now. That ain't happening. But like I said, it's so hard to find a partner that has the same mentality that you do if your mentality is just like what I just described. Because that's why like I get mad because I don't want a woman tell me what the fuck to do. My mama don't even tell me what to do. Not like how are you gonna tell me? Hell no. Gala, that's why I like you. Cause you never boss me around. You never tell me, hey Mark, do this shit. Do this, do that. Yeah, exactly, Tanya. That's why he was a good man. Well, women are only doing those things, in my opinion, because they've seen it being done by others. A lot of women get influenced by their friends, and a woman is very easily influenced by their peers or their friends. They're like, girl, I tell my man what to do. You know, he's this and I tell him what to do. He does it, or else he ain't getting none. Like you think your coochie is some fucking gold, sweetheart? You say that shit to me, and I'll tell you exactly what that coochie means to me. You got something that every woman has. You think I give a fuck what's between your legs, woman? Give a fuck about that shit. You gotta be a respectful human being if you want to be around me. Shit. That's what hoes are for. If I was desperate for coochie, I'd go buy a hoe every day. But I don't. I'm trying to show you who a real man is, but you don't want it. You don't even know what a fuck a real man is. Cause you ain't had one before. And then when you do get close to one, you get scared. Damn women. But I love women to death, don't get me wrong. But I wish that some women will understand that that's not how life works. And if you want a real man ain't gonna deal with you like that. A man like me will tell you where to go and how to get there. Because if you think I need you, you got a next thing coming. And when you're around me, you're probably gonna say fuck. This guy's house is clean, his bathroom's clean, his kitchen's clean. He knows how to make food. He's got his own money, his own business. Look at all the fucking clothes and hats he has. Okay, look at all this. Oh, he's talented. He's got this and that. You're gonna analyze my whole life, and then you're gonna say, well, what about me? What can I do for him? All I can do is give him coochie. No, stupid. Together we can have a good life because we're two good human beings. And instead of thinking that dumbass way, right? Stop thinking like, oh, this guy's got everything. You can have everything too. Well, we can have everything together, which means a friendship, a relationship, a bond. We don't have to be around each other every fucking day. Okay? You can still live your life normally. Just don't be a hoe and we'll be okay. Okay, and talk to me. Don't talk behind my back. Don't talk to your friends about me either. You talk to me if you have a problem. Oh, but you intimidate me. Oh, well, then get the fuck out then. No, but I love you. You don't fucking love me, woman. You don't even know how to spell it. Get out of here. Don't let that door hit you on the ass on the way up, woman. Exactly. I agree, Gala. I agree. Yeah, build a future together. But a lot of people don't want that. A lot of women don't want a decent guy because they never had one. If you're a woman that's had multiple assholes and you finally meet a decent guy, you know what you're gonna say? Oh, he's too nice. There's something wrong with him. That's the first thing they say. Oh, he's too nice. Something wrong with him. Oh, if he was a really nice guy, he would have been married by now. All right. You keep thinking that stupid ass mentality, and that ain't gonna get you nowhere. You'll never find a decent man if you think like that. And one thing about me, I don't think every woman is a hoe. I don't think every woman is worthless. I don't think every woman is not the right one. What I think is how I view you from the time I get to know you. As I get to know you, I'm going to see who you are. You can't escape from who you are. You can play it off for months, but there's going to come a time where you're going to slip up and actually show me who you really are. And then when I see who you really are, then I'm going to make my determination on whether I want to go further with you. Because you can only act so long and so much. But if you show me the real you from jump, I know exactly what I'm expecting. But if you be all nice in the beginning and you start to act up in the end, or you start to act up after a couple months, then I know that you was putting on, an act, and you can't act. Because I know I'm not going to do nothing to harm you or disrespect you. I'm going to wait for you to do it first. And then when you do it, I'm going to say, this is who you are now. Because I have no reason to disrespect you. But if you do it to me, then I'm going to see who you really are. It's that simple. I've explained this like a million times. A relationship can be very, very easy, but people make it so hard. And that's the sad part of it all. People just make it so hard to deal with people. And lying is the worst thing you can do to somebody. A good man and a good woman does not want to be lied to. That's a no-no. Because when you start lying, everything goes down the drain. Everything. You lie to me, and I'm going to be really hurt. And I'm going to say to myself, you know what, Mark? If you continue to deal with this woman after she just blatantly lied to you and you have proof, how is the rest of your life going to be with this woman? You're going to always have to worry about her lying to you. Take your feelings out of the equation and say, do you want to be with this woman that lied to your face just now? And I'm going to say, you know what? I don't want to be with this person no more. Or I'm going to cut off my ties to you as I go on. And then if you say, hey, what's wrong? What did I do? I'm going to say, you fucking lied to me. Oh, but I was scared, so I had to lie. I don't want to hear it. Did I get scared and lie to you? Have I lied to you? No. So why the fuck you lie to me for? That's one thing that I can't tolerate. I can't tolerate lies. You could lie to me today, a year from now, 2 years from now. And if it's a bad lie and it's a lie that I consider something that I can get rid of you on, then I will. Because I don't need you to lie to me. If I'm not lying to you, why are you lying to me for? That don't make no sense. You just ruined a good relationship because you wanted to lie to me about stupid shit. So that just shows the mentality you have. So why do I want to be with somebody like that? I don't. I don't let lies slip away and just say, oh well, I love her, she's beautiful, and no, 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 no. I'm not one of those guys that is gonna let that shit slide. No, no. Don't lie at all. It's the best thing you could do is don't lie to me. Tell me the truth even if it's gonna hurt me. Just tell me the fucking truth. Oh yeah, definitely, God. I agree. I agree. That's why I said what I said yesterday. I think it was yesterday I said it. I have to get to know you, right? For at least a year. And then after that year, I'm going to do my overall review on how you were to me that whole year. And then after that year, I'm going to say, okay, well, now I want to move in with you, or you move in with me. We're going to live together for a whole nother year to see if I could tolerate you 24/7, tolerate you every day, living with you, sharing a bathroom with you, unless there's two bathrooms. But just sharing a household with you, sharing my life more with you. So that's the real test is the second year. As soon as you, not even the second year, but as soon as you live with that person, you're going to actually see everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want us to be I don't want me and my girlfriend to be living together and then something comes up and I'm gonna be like, you know what I never want to come across my mind is while you're in the shower and you left your phone there, I'm gonna be tempted to look at your phone to see if you're cheating on me. That's one thing I never want to do. Because if I feel that way, then I don't want to be with you. You got me? I shouldn't have to go through your phone or be a private investigator while I'm living with you. But if I do and I don't see nothing, if I did do it, it'll reassure me that, I'm paranoid. And if I do it and I see something, I'm going to be like, why did I look? Well, I'm glad I did, but now I got to kick this bitch out of my house. And that's when everything goes to shit because you did all this work to get to a point where this person's cheating on you and has the nerve to come home to you after cheating. That's if that happens. Now, if it doesn't happen, then that's great. That's a wonderful, perfect relationship. But if you think that way, or you feel like you have to check your person's phone and shit, or you feel like they're doing something, or you have to hire a private investigator, or you got to be your own private investigator because you have that feeling, then that's not a relationship. That's playing investigator. And if I have to play investigator like I have in the past, I don't want you. If I doubt you, I don't want you. Because I know for sure that you will never have to do that to me. Because I'm going to be the most open and honest person you've ever seen in your life. I'm going to be so honest that you're going to be like, fuck, I don't even have to question Mark. I already know he's doing the right thing. I already know he's loyal. I already know he loves me. I already know he ain't going to cheat on me. That's what you're going to see when you see me, when you know me. So I'm never going to give you that type of feeling where I'm doing something. When we're together at a party, you'll never see me go to another woman and talk to them. If they come to me and talk to me, then that's on them. I never went to them. So if you say, "Oh, I saw you talking to, Beverly," she's fine. What you think she's beautiful? I'll be like, "Look, Beverly came to me, sweetheart. She wanted to talk to me." "Oh, what did you talk about?" I said, "I don't know, fucking business," or she wanted to know if I can fix her fucking fan or something. You told her that I was an electrician, so that's your fault. She came to me to ask me to give her work. Oh, but and I got jealous when she came to you. Now, if you say that to me, I already know you're an insecure idiot. So when a man comes to you, or you go to a man, and I see you like, with that person talking, I'm gonna say, prime her up, baby. So when she gets home, she takes it all out on me. That's what I told one of my girlfriends one day. She's like, "Oh, you never say anything when guys come up to me." I said, "No, I want them to prime you up." What the fuck you mean prime me up? I said, "I want them to, make you like, you know, uh, confident. I want them to say shit to you. So that way I don't have to say anything to you. And then when you come home, you're gonna be like, damn, I got so much compliments today. And I have Mark right here. Good. Got some D, I'll take it out on him. And then she starts laughing and she thinks that that's stupid. I said, what you want me to do? Tell you stay away from men? Put a sign on your back, stay away from my woman or I'll kill you? That's some dumbass shit. I don't have to do that. All you got to do is say, hey, I got a man. He's right there. Don't be talking shit to me. And I'll do the same thing. I'll be like, look, I'm got a girlfriend. Like, she gets jealous, so you better stay away from me, or she's gonna pull your hair out of your sockets. you know, if it gets to a point where I need to address it. Exactly, Christy. Yeah. Absolutely, Barbie. They aren't for you if you don't get the same. Good night, Barbie. Take care, sweetheart. Have a good time tomorrow at church. Pray for me. I've had that people come up and say hello to me, and suddenly I'm an asshole just for being civil. I can't stand it. Yeah, I like that story, Tanya. That's called instant karma. Tanya, that's called instant karma. Because she was blatantly doing that on purpose. You know. Yeah, I had that plenty of times. I used to date a very beautiful woman. I never wanted her, to be honest, but we ended up being cool with each other. She was working with my sister. And one day I came to see my sister. And then she says, "Oh, that's your brother? Oh, I know him. He's the DJ and blah blah blah. Oh, yeah, I like him. He's cute. Oh, hook me up." And I was like, and then my sister's like, "My brother ain't gonna date you. He don't date like girls like you." "Oh, what do you mean?" He says, "A woman that's beautiful is fucking trouble." So she's like, "Okay, well, I'll talk to him. What's his number?" And my sister's like, "I can't give his number. He's gonna kill me." So then back then we had MSN Messenger, right? Which is like WhatsApp now, but back then it was MSN Messenger. You young people won't know nothing about that, but I don't have young people in here. But anybody who knows MSN Messenger, that's what we used to have. So it's like, on the computer and shit and whatever. So one day I see so and so ad wants to add you, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So then I added her and we started talking for a bit, and then we dated for a bit. And then I took her on the boat. We had a boat back then, so I took her on the boat. And she came on the boat, and she was modeling for this magazine at the time. And all she wanted to do is like, she had broken up with this guy, so she probably wanted to go after me to get him jealous, and it worked. So I never really wanted her anyway because she was like too much of trouble. So I was putting suntan lotion on her back on the boat one time. This is like probably when I was like probably 23, something like 24, something like that. And I was putting suntan lotion on her back, and next thing you know, this boat full of guys come by, and they were like some of my friends on there. It was like, "Oh god damn, bro, you the man." And then they were calling me the next day and telling me, "Oh, yo, bro, I didn't know you was dating her. Oh shit, that's the girl that's on the magazine." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Yeah, well, she came my way, so whatever. Like, I don't really care. Like, to me, I don't care how beautiful you are. It's the your inside matters more than what you look like on the outside. You can be the most beautiful woman on the outside, but you could be the biggest devil bitch on the inside. And that's what she was. She was a devilish little hoe on the inside. She just wanted to be with somebody that was popular at the time, which was me. So I was like, I don't want you. And then all these guys used to come up to her and try to dance with her when she was like dancing when I was DJing at the party the next following week. Guys try to come up to her and talk shit to her and stuff like that. And then she'd be like, "Oh no, that's my man. The DJ is my man, my man." And I'm like, I ain't your man, ho. Being like that. I used to treat women so rough back then because I was like, I didn't want nobody to call me their man because if I ain't really asked you to be my woman, then don't say you are. They used to self proclaim me. I'm like, no, no, you got me fucked up, sweetheart. I never told you I wanted you to be my girl. You think you are. Or because we're doing shit together don't mean we're together. Tanya said, I saw her come up on my Facebook. No, 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 no. Yeah, see, there you go. Aquarius is only date beautiful women. Well, beautiful women to me is not necessarily looks. It's more, all around. But yes, I have dated some beautiful women. Yes, I have to admit, I have. I mean, who doesn't want a beautiful woman? But I beautiful women looks wise, yes. But those women that I dated, they weren't decent on the inside. They weren't. Yeah, exactly, Gally. Yeah. Yep. That's like me. I don't really care for like women that are like that. I don't mind. If you're beautiful on the outside, that's great. But that's also a pain in the ass. Because a beautiful woman in this world, in this day and age, is a problem. So if you're really fine, you're good looking, that means a lot of vultures of guys are going to come up to you. And all it takes is that one day you and I argue over some dumbass shit and you take a drive to the bowl and you're strutting your shit and a guy comes up to you and he's better looking than me or whatever, and you get those little feelings, and you're like, you know what? Fuck that bastard. I'm gonna go fuck this guy in the mall, in my car or somewhere. I'm gonna give him my number and leave. That's all it takes, and vice versa. But I'm just talking as a man. That's all it takes is that one argument, and then you cheat on me, and then you ruin everything because of your own stupidity, probably something you started, and then you want to blame me for everything because you're emotional. But yeah, that's why I like being single because I haven't found a woman recently that I feel like has a brain or has the mentality of I want to be loyal, faithful, respectful to a man. I don't want to be a hoe. I want to be a woman that is respected. I want to be a woman that, you know, is loved by this man. But I don't see no women like that. I don't. There's tons of women in the world that want a man that will do that for them and be that person for them, but they don't want it, unfortunately. And some people would say to me blue in the face, I really do want it. And then I said, okay, well, let's go out. Let's do this, let's do that. And then next thing you know, they act stupid. I'm like, oh well, such is life, bye. That's why it's like, yeah, singlehood is fire, it's beautiful, you know. It's less stress. But like I always say, I would love to be in a relationship with a decent woman. I really would. It's like my goal in life is to one day have that right person and one day to have like, I don't need, like right now, being 49 years old, if I met a woman in her 40s and she didn't want no kids and she don't have any kids or whatever the case may be, and she's like, I don't care, I just want to be with somebody and I don't care about those type of things, or maybe she can't have kids or something like that. I'm just giving an example. and we were end up being together forever and shit, that's great. I'll deal with that. But a woman that has children, that's in her 40s, and they're older, I can deal with that too because I don't have to deal with those people's kids, you know. You know. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Sure I do. I would love to have kids. That's something that I would love to have. Even at 49 years old. If I met someone right now that wanted to have my baby, sure. I would love to have a child, even though I'm 49. I don't care. For a man, it doesn't really matter. Well, it does, but it doesn't. Yeah, I would love to have a child even right now. I don't want to wait too much longer, but obviously I have, I would love to have kids because I love kids anyway. I feel like I have kids already. My nephews are like my kids. I help raise them, and especially the two next door. They've been with me from day one. They're like my kids. They're with me every day. I'm with them. I see them every day, talk to them every day, wiped all their asses, took care of them, babysat them, clothed them, fed them, paid for them. I mean, like I said, I just finished saying that if I met someone that doesn't want kids, then I'm cool with that. I don't have to have kids because I feel like I already do. But if I met a woman today, I'm 49. So if I met a woman that was 39, 10 years younger than me, and then she said, Mark, I really want to have a child. I never had one. I want one. I'll be like, okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's have a child. That's cool. I'm fine with that. But if I meet a woman that's, the same age or whatever age, and she says, I don't want kids, I'll be like, okay, that's fine with me. That's less I got to pay. That's cool. I'm cool with whatever. It doesn't matter to me because whatever's meant to be is meant to be. But the older you get, the worse it's going to be for you to deal with children. Believe me. Right. And that's fine. Some people aren't meant to have children, and that's fine. If I'm not meant to have kids, then I'm fine with that. I'm never going to say, God, look what you did to me. You screwed me over. That was the one thing I want. I'm not like that. Like I'm not gonna sit there and look up in the sky and say, God, you didn't do this for me and I did everything, I'm not like that. I'm like, God, if you saved me from some catastrophe, then thank you so much. I appreciate you because I would not want to be one of those guys paying child support. Hell no. No, thank you. 75% of my friends are in that predicament. They're either divorced, paying for child support, can't even see their kids, and married some devilish hoe, or the opposite. So I don't want that. That's fine with me. But one thing I've always wanted in life was to get married and have a child, even if it's one. But if I don't get that dream, because some of our dreams are never going to come true, some of the things that we want in life is never going to happen. And one of the main dreams people have is to be rich, and that don't happen. Or your broke asses are going to hell, or your broke asses is going to be broke when you die. People's dreams are not sometimes reality. You can make your dreams come true, but no. Now I don't want to adopt no child because it's not mine. I'd rather have my own. But if I can't and I won't and I just don't care, I just don't care. For me, it's very easy because I feel like I said, I had six nephews, and two of my nephews lived next door to me for all my life, all of their lives. So for the past 18 and 16 years of my nephews next door's lives, I was a part of that. I was there when they were born, and I'm still there with them today. I'm like their real father, because their real father's a piece of shit. So I'm like their best, male adult in their life. I'm their uncle, and I'm their like friend, and I'm their everything, and they are my everything. So like I said, I don't need to have a child. I want one, but I don't need one because I already have these guys. You know, I taught them everything they knew, and that's fine with me. I don't need nothing else. I'm good. So if I met a woman and I can exist with you and I love you and I want to be with you, you said I don't want to have kids, I'll be fine with that. That's cool with me. Yeah. Having a child now in 2026 is bad, to be honest. It really is. Because children are very expensive and everything's going up and up and up. And if you are not financially ready for a child, you should never have one. But some people have children and they don't even speak to them anymore. Some people have children and they die early. Some people have children and become drug addicts and OnlyFans fucking hoes. And some people have children and they just, leave and never come back. So I rather not have a child than have to deal with those things. But if I know for sure I'm gonna have a child and everything is gonna be great, then sure. But that's a perfect world, right? I've seen so many people have children and they die. I know a guy who had a son, and as soon as the son went 16, he went on the road on his bike, and a couple months later, he had a truck hit him and killed him, and that was their only child. You know, so that would destroy me, and I know it's destroyed that family. To have their only son gone, hit by a fucking drunk driver and die. So I rather not have my own children, so I don't have to go through that. But like I said, I wouldn't mind having my own child and going through it with someone together. And then you can have a child and lose your husband. Or you can have a child and then you be a single dad and lose the mother to an accident or to death or to cancer or whatever. So it's always a big risk having a child. It's a huge risk having a child, especially now because of finances and because of how expensive everything is. I'm sure diapers are through the roof as far as expense. And then if you have a girl, you're gonna spend way more money as if you had a boy. If you have a boy, you spend less than you do with a girl. Because a girl needs much more things than a guy. So it's a pain in the ass. But there's some days where now that my nephews are teenagers and adults, I look at them and say, I wish they were little again, but then I say, I'm glad that they're this size because I can talk to them in a different way and we can hang out in different places and do different things. And I've watched them grow up, so it's fine with me. So for me personally, for a person who's never had kids, I've experienced the kid life. I've raised my nephews. I've done so much things with them. I've babysat them. I've been with them every day of their lives around here, especially the two here. So anybody who knows me knows that I love those kids to death. I love all my nephews. They're all important to me. But the two I live next to, they're like my actual children. And everybody thinks it's great that I take care of them like they're my own. Because a lot of uncles don't give a fuck about their nephews and nieces. But me, I'm very different. I love children. I love, my nephews, and I love everybody else's children too. I would always protect everybody else's children if I was around them. I don't treat children rough. I love kids no matter what. Kids are innocent. They're not meant to be put in this world. You put them in the world. So You know, uh, Gala, I feel like women have an equal opportunity to make more money or just as much money as a man, right? But like you said, society has made it seem like it's not that way. And that's why I've said what I've said this whole life, that women should not think that men are going to be there and be their financial sugar daddy the rest of their life and they just sit on their ass and just get on their knees. And a man should never think that the woman is there just for those purposes. But if I had a woman that made more money than me, I would not be intimidated. I would not be mad, and I would not try to make more money than her so she can be below me. I would encourage her to make more money. I would encourage her to get a better position. I would encourage her to keep her money and invest her money and make her money. And I don't need your fucking money. But I will always be there for that person and say, you know, if she came to me and said, babe, what you think? Should I go for this next position? You know, I'll be like, yeah, sure. Oh, and if I do, I'm gonna have longer hours and I might not see you as much. I'm like, I don't care. That's better for me. I ain't gotta deal with your ass. I can watch more sports while you're working. And you can have all the money in the world and everything you want, and I ain't gotta give it to you. So that's great, sweetheart. Go for it. I'll be your cheerleader. So to me, I think there's an equal give and take opportunity because if you think about it, some men don't want to work. Some men don't have, non-men jobs. Because to me, a man has to work hard because that's how I was brought up. I watched my dad work hard and work three jobs. So I wanted to be just like him. I wanted to work out in the field. I wanted to be in the sun busting my ass. If I don't sweat and get dirty, I feel like I'm not a man. But some men work inside with suits and computers and own businesses and have way more money than me and don't have to work hard. But I don't look at them different. I'm like, whatever, bro. That's your life. Fuck you. You're still gonna have to hire me to fix your shit. And that's exactly what situation I'm in. I work for a millionaire. So I'm good. He's paying me to fix his shit. I mean, yes, society makes a woman feel that way, but I don't feel that way about women. I honestly don't. I never look down on a woman as far as like, their jobs and if they have equal opportunities. And you know what ruins things for women is stupid women. Stupid women will sit there and be like, I don't need a man. If all men vanished off the earth, it would be better for us. We can do everything. And I'm like, bitch, shut up. Because everything that you have is made by a man. So what are you talking about? So women that say shit like that aggravate me. Women that are sexist and think that women are just better than men, you have a problem with yourself. And vice versa. If a man thinks the same way, then he's an idiot. We all need each other to coexist. If we don't have each other, then, and that's why God made a man and a woman, because if you don't reproduce, then there's nothing there there's not enough people to make shit for us, you know? But a man, you know, a man could be whatever he wants to be, and a woman could be whatever they want to be. I feel like most women and most men are lazy. They don't want to go through all of that. They don't want to go through the whole rigmarole of being someone great in life. They don't want it. A lot of people are lazy. They don't want to be better than them than they can be. There's a lot of people that are so talented and so multi-talented and can do multiple things, but they choose not to do it because they don't care about money, they don't care about fame, they don't care about popularity, and they just have enough for themselves, so they're good with their life. So This whole thing about, you know, oh, I have lack of an opportunity. I have this. I'm this and I'm that. But you don't have to deal with discrimination. You don't have to deal with having a lower job. You don't have to do none of those things. It's up to you to change your life to get what you want. So we as human beings should never be bitching and moaning and complaining or worrying about what everybody else is doing. See, a woman could be way better than what she thinks she can be, but it's because everybody else is telling you you can't be. I'm a man, and my own father and mother told me to not go on my own, to not DJ, to not do this, to not do that. And that's why I never told them that I was a psychic, because they would have told me that I was a crazy man. That's why I don't tell too many people what the fuck I do anyway. But I'm the type of guy, I'm very multi-talented. I can do a lot of things. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you about me. That's none of your business. You know? I know who I am. I'm a legend in my own mind, and that's all that matters. I don't need nobody to praise me or to tell me I'm good at something. I already know that. That's my self-confidence. That's my self-reliance in me. That's my self-love. And I believe that every woman and every man can have anything they want if they put their minds to it. There's always going to be an opportunity for you. But if you feel like the place you are is not giving you the opportunity, then go get your own. I'm a prime example of always being hit in the head with a hammer, and you can't do this and you can't do that. No, you I don't think you can do that. Oh no, you can't do that. It's impossible to do that. No, you're never going to make it if you do that. Oh, you're too this to do that. Oh, you're too that to do this. And I prove everybody wrong. And I prove to everybody that, look, if you're like me and you think positive, you can get whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you to change your life. It's up to you to deal with your life. I don't want to hear you have lack of opportunities. That's bullshit. You're just not finding them. You're sitting on your ass doing nothing. Or you can be at a place and just want that specific thing. But if you don't get it and you don't try, or you do everything you can to get what you want and you still don't get it, that means it ain't for you. But you have to accept that it isn't for you. You can't beat a dead horse. You can't act like, you're entitled to have what you think you can have. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. When I worked for my boss as an electrician, I was telling him what I'm worth. I said, look, I'm worth more than $20 an hour, bro. I'm doing all this work. I do all this shit. And he says, no, you're not worth that much. I can't pay you that. I can't pay you more than $20 an hour. So I thought that by him saying that to me, that, you're holding me back from making more money. And then I said, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm going to go work for somebody else. And that's exactly what I did. And as soon as I changed my job, I made $5 more. I made $25 an hour. And then I got to the point where I said, fuck, I'm worth way more than this because I'm busting my ass and I know I'm a good electrician. So then I said, you know what? Fuck everybody. I'm going on my own and I'm going to make double the money. And that's exactly what I did. I always wanted to make myself a better person. I always wanted to make myself make more money. I always wanted to be a better person. I always wanted to be the best at what I do. And I'm still that way. And that's me. But that can't be you. And that can't be you if you don't act that way and feel the same way. It's all about what you want. If you want it that bad, you can get it. But you can't be ignorant. You can't think that you're entitled to shit. And then if you give up, then that's on you. Nobody's going to sit here and give you shit. And if they do, be grateful for it. And then take it and do something with it. You control your own life to a certain point. It's up to you to make your life better. If you're home and you're saying, I have a good life, I don't want nothing else, then that's good. That's when you know you're on the right track. If you're happy with your life right now and you're good, you don't need to make more money and you don't need to make this, and you're good. Fucking cares. you know. Well, Gala, I totally agree with everything you just said, but I'm going to give you advice on how to deal with that, if you don't mind, because I'm in the same boat as you. I don't have kids either, and everybody says, "Oh, your life is good because you don't know what it's like to have kids." Or you can go help mom and dad because you own your own business and you don't have kids, you're not married, you don't have responsibilities, you don't have the bills that we pay. And you know what I say to them? You chose the life you wanted. You opened up your legs and wanted to have a baby. You're the one who wanted the job you have. I chose the life I wanted. So if I don't have kids, that doesn't mean I don't know what it's like to have them. Because I love kids more than fucking you. That's what I tell those people. And I said, if I had kids, I would deal with them. You think I'll be like you? No. I will fight even more for my children and for my life to be better. I'll take care of my kids. You think I'll be a deadbeat dad? Like the one you fucking have? That's what I tell people. Don't compare your life to me. It's your choice you wanted to have children. It's your choice you wanted $1 million house. It's your choice you wanted to go to college and be a teacher. It's your choice you want to do that shit. Don't fucking complain to me that you have this fucking crazy life and I don't. Your life is what you chose it to be. So when you compare yourself to me and say, "Oh, you don't know what life is like because you don't have this," I don't give a fuck about your life. You chose the life you want. If you're complaining about it, then you shouldn't have had it. Don't cry to me. And even if I had, I already explained this before. If I have one kid and you have two, you're gonna say to me one day, "Oh, you're lucky you only have one kid because I have two." And then if I have two and you have two, "Oh, but you're lucky because you have two boys. If you had two girls, you would have to buy bras, thongs, pads for your period, and oh my god, nails and eyelashes and hair. Your boys are just regular." Shut your bitch ass up. Is it my fault you had fucking two girls and I had two boys? Why are you always trying to compare your life to me? That's what I would say to you. Why the fuck are you comparing your life to me? Is it my fault that I had what I had and you had what you? Yes, it is, because that's what you want. You're meant to have what you have. But if you don't want that life, then that's okay. So because I'm single and I don't have kids and I'm enjoying my life right now and I can do whatever I want, I'm the bad person, right? Or I don't know what life is because you do, right? You know what life is, right? So you know what I say to them? Try being an electrician and starting a house from start to finish and having a responsibility of putting electrical in a house so it can work. And when I walk away from that house and if it blows up because of me, imagine how I'm going to feel. Do you know what that's like? Do you? No, you don't, because you're not a fucking electrician and you ain't got to deal with that burden in your brain, do you? So go fuck yourself. So don't compare yourself to me because I'm going to compare my life to yours. And then you're going to say, fuck, Mark is right. I don't know what it's like to be an electrician and walk away from a house and it can burn down and it'll cost me $1 million. Did you think about that at all? No, you just think about your life and you and what you're doing. Man, go fuck yourself. People who talk like that to me, they will never win because I'll put them in their place. Because you don't know my life. You don't know what I go through. And then because you have kids, you can't take care of your mother. But I can take care of my mother because I don't have kids. So you think if I had kids, I wouldn't take care of my mom? You know what I would say? Babe, can you take care of the kids? I'm going right back. I'm going to go see my mom. Okay, babe, sure, no problem. You think my life's gonna stop if I have kids? Hell no. I'm still gonna do everything I want to do. And I'm taking them with me. My dad and mom did it, so why can't I? And why can't you and just shut up about it? So, Gala, that's my advice. To not worry about people who say that shit. Fuck them. Sophie said, I can tell you what my bosses would tell me, a holiday is coming, make plans, get a babysitter or daycare, and I would make plans. Being a single mom is hard, so working and have kids is hard. But I would not take off holidays. I would come to work sick. But I never tell my coworkers have kids. I would tell them don't have kids. I have huge respect for people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me tell you, my oldest sister is like that. You don't know what it's like to be a teacher and to have kids and to have bills and a house. And I said, you don't know what it's like to be me. You don't. You think that I just go to work and come home and take a shower and go to sleep and my life is so great? You think that's what I do? Huh? And see, if I really told my family what I do every day, they still wouldn't have respect for me. And that's why I don't tell anybody what I do, because I don't fucking care what you think about me. I've already said on here that I do a lot of things, but I don't let people get to me. I don't let my life get to me either. I create what I want. I do what I want. I just do whatever I feel like I want to do because it's my life. If I want to go back there and DJ, I'm going to go back there and DJ. If I want to sit here and do readings, I'm going to sit here and do readings. If I want to get in my Mark's maintenance van and go fix somebody's shit and make money, I can go do that too. I have a lot of options. And because I have those options, you know why? Because I made those my options. Ain't nobody gave me those options. I made those options for me. So fuck you. That's what I feel like. Don't tell me what the fuck to do. I do what I want. If I want to wear this fucking hat and this shirt, I'm gonna wear it. You can tell me what the fuck to wear. I'm doing what I want. And if you have a problem, that means that's your insecure ass thinking about me. Fuck you. I'm a legend in my own mind, and I'm very multi-talented, and I bust my ass my whole life to have what I want and have what I have. And ain't nobody gonna take that from me and tell me that I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing. Because my parents used to say that shit to me all the time. Oh, yeah, you're doing the wrong thing. And. Now look, if I didn't do what I wanted and do what I do, you'd be fucked. I wouldn't be the half the person I am today. That's why I don't listen to nobody. I just do whatever I want to do. And if you do that, your life would be much better if you take control of whatever you want. And I know that's why I don't like to talk too much about single women and single parents. But you know what? You put yourself in your own predicaments. But being a single mom or a single dad, right? It doesn't, if you have a hard time being a single mom or a single dad, right? You got to rewind a bit and say to yourself, how did I get here? The first thing you need to do is not put blame on the baby daddy, not put blame on yourself, and not put blame on anybody, and take accountability, not blame, take accountability for what you've put yourself in, the predicament you're in, and just say, hey, I fucked up in a few areas of my life. I'm not perfect. I'm not meant to be perfect. No one is. No one's life is perfect. But now that I'm in the predicament that I'm in as a single mom or a single dad, I'm going to be the best fucking single mom ever. That should be your mentality and your motivation for the rest of your life. And then when your kids get older, they're going to say, Mommy, you bust your ass for me. You did everything for me, and I love you for that. And then when you get older and they take care of you, you're going to say, Fuck, I raised these kids right. That's the only thing that should be going through your little beady minds. Okay? Simple as that. And I don't have to be a single parent to know that. I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay? And if you do that, you're going to gain God's respect. And if you do that, you gain respect. And you know what's going to happen to you? All good things. It's that simple. Tanya, the eyelid channel is coming. Exactly, Gala. That's my life. Exactly, Sophie. And I respect you for that. Oh, there you go. See? That's a good son. He wants to come help his mommy. Oh, good. I'm glad you cried. But see, this is what I'm trying to say. That means that you're a good mother. That means you're a good mother. And even if your kids don't deal with you, it doesn't mean you're a good mother. It doesn't mean you're not a good mother. It just means that your child is whack and they need, to learn who the fuck you are. It's just life. You can have four kids and two are decent and two aren't. You can have one kid and they end up not being decent in some points of their life. But if they never come back around, or you have a problem with them at all times, just remember that you've done everything you can for that child when they were in your presence, and never let that fail you. If you have nothing on your conscience as a mother or a father, and you know that you did everything you possibly can for that child, and they're no longer with you, or they're dead, or they're gone, or they chose a wrong path, that's not your problem. That's up to them, because if you taught them how to do shit, my mom still says that till today about my brother. My brother, his morals and values are all wrong. And my mom said he wasn't raised that way. But he does the opposite of what he learned in this house. And my dad and my mom can't stand my brother because he's the opposite of what we were taught. See what I mean? So even though my mom and my dad raised us all with morals and values and to treat each other decent and to do the right thing, my brother don't. So you can never you can be the best parent in the world with or without that child. But just remember, it's not, you shouldn't have anything on your conscience if you do everything as a parent. It's simple. Even though my parents were, even though my dad was my biggest critic, my mom just followed my dad's path. But my dad, he's gone now, and I miss him, but I don't miss his negativity. I don't miss his doubt in me. But before he died, I would say 2 years before he died, he stopped doubting me because he really started to see that whatever he said to me didn't affect me. You see what I'm saying? But years ago, he used to doubt me all the time. He used to always be like, "Yeah, this guy ain't gonna last." When I told him I was going on my own, he was the biggest dickhead ever. And then these last couple years where he couldn't do shit and he needed me, he actually said thank you to me. I didn't go in my van when I left and cried. I just said, about fucking time you said thank you, you fucker. All this shit I'm done for you after you doubted me. If I was a fucked up son, I wouldn't disown you forever for the amount of shit you done, the amount of shit that you said to me that to discourage me from doing shit. But I never looked at it like that because I know he didn't have that from his dad. but that doesn't give you a right to do it to me, you know? And your other son is a fucking idiot. So you thought I was going to end up being like him, but I wasn't. I ended up being better than both of you because I wanted to prove to him that, hey, you didn't raise an idiot. You raised a man. But I'm going to show you that you should not be the type of father to like not encourage your son to be better. You should encourage me instead of doubt me and like, somewhat disrespect my fucking thoughts and my life, And in the end, I'm glad that he changed. I'm glad that he started thanking me. I'm glad that he used to come here every weekend, and my apartment is always clean. It's very hard. It's very rare that I have it dirty unless I'm busy or it's raining and shit gets dragged in here or the dog was in here or whatever. But my bathroom is always clean. I don't like a shitty bathroom. So when he would come here, my apartment was clean, right? And he sometimes he went home and told my mom that, oh, even though Mark's by himself, his apartment is always clean. And if it wasn't for him, when you went away, I would starve because he knows how to make food and I don't. He would say that shit to my mom, but he won't say it to me, you know? But in the end, he finally, like, before he died, which I'm glad it happened before he died, because I would have been irritated if he never was that way before he died and after he died. But before he died, I would say 2 years before he passed, he actually, showed me that he appreciated me. And that meant a lot to me. Like, he finally said, okay, fuck, man. Yeah, you're the guy, fuck. You fix everything, you do everything, you paid for this shit, you helped me, you made my house look good. Everybody says you're the guy. Every person I speak to says you're the man. You fix this, you do that, you did this, you did that. So he finally, swallowed his pride and admitted that he needed me. And he was happy that, I was getting praised by people, and he saw the quality of work that I did. He used to want me to cut the grass because he says I cut it better than he did. When I painted something, I painted it better than him. See, but him being my biggest critic made me be my biggest challenge. So I don't really hate him for like doing what he did to me. I'm glad he did, because it made me like a better man. It made me prove to him, like, yeah, you wish you was me, And now that he's gone and has been gone for months now, I feel like in spirit, he's like repaying me and giving me all this joy in the background and helping me powerfully, spiritually, and mentally to do the things that I've always wanted to do. And like, he hated that I was a DJ because he didn't like me playing, gangster shit and reggae music and dealing with people and stuff, right? But now, like, I'm back into it, and it's a big part of my life again. And I feel like he's probably like, you know what, this is the least I can do in spirit, is to, you know, give him the things that I told him that he shouldn't do. So it's weird how it all pans out in the end. But I never ever would say that I hate my dad, or, I hate what he did to me. Fuck him. I'm not speaking to him no more. I'm not like that. At the end of the day, he's my dad, and he's gone now. So he's no longer a pain in my ass physically, but spiritually, he's kind of like, helping me. I know he is. So I'm cool with that. So I don't have anything like, now that he's gone, I don't say like, thank God he's gone, fuck him. He's an asshole. He did this to me, he did that to me. We ran out of, we butt heads a lot because I didn't want him to tell me what to do and to dictate to me what I have to do in my life. Like, just shut up and leave me the fuck alone, And he realized that he can't tell me what to do. And once he realized that, after a while, he knew deep down inside that I can't tell Mark what to do. This ignorant fuck is going to do whatever he wants. And you know what? He's okay. He's not in trouble. He's not a drug addict. He does everything I tell him to do. If I need help, he helps me. He goes out of his way to do everything for us. But there's some days I wanted to fucking kill him because he was so annoying. And now I look back on it and I feel kind of bad for saying some things to him, but he did worse to me. So I was like, whatever, let bygones be bygones and fuck it. Now he knows the truth about everything. So I think the respect level is even more now. Yeah, exactly. But it's nice when they do that. Yeah, that's nice, Sophie. And Gala, that's nice that she did that. Sometimes we don't realize it, and sometimes what happens is meant to happen. But parents are a pain in the ass. But at the end of the day, you got to realize that if you're a parent, it's your responsibility to make sure your children are on the right path. To a certain point in life. Even like in my 30s, my dad was acting up and like being an idiot and saying stupid shit to me and like acting like I'm some little kid. And I used to be like, just shut the fuck up and leave me alone, man. Like I never swore at him or fucked him off or called him names. I have respect for my dad. I would do it underneath my breath. I'd be like, this fucking idiot. Like, fucking guy's so fucking annoying. And then he used to have that saying that, oh, the apple don't fall far from the tree. And I said, well, in my case, in your case, you're the tree. I was the apple that fell off and rolled off the fucking hill and never came back up that goddamn hill. So I wanted to stay far away from that fucking tree. That's what I told him. And he used to laugh like shit. And my mom used to laugh too. My mom used to say, you're so bad. I'm like, I don't want to be like you. You're a negative ass. You're so fucking negative, man. Why are you so negative all the time? I used to tell him, like, stop being negative, man. Stop thinking that shit's gonna happen to you. You're good. You're okay. Like, don't just be positive, man. Even my mom, she's the same way. She's so negative. Oh my God. What if this happens? And what if that happens? Oh my God. I'm like, Mom, the sky's not falling. It's okay. Oh, it's easy for you to say because you don't know life. I'm 80 years old. I'm like, oh my God. Like, will you shut up? Like, you go to church every week. How the fuck are you not positive? That's what I tell her. I say, you go to church every week. How could you not be positive? I don't go to church every weekend. I'm positive every day. Every day I try to make the best of my life. And you're just sitting there fucking aggravated. Even when my dad was around, she would be like, I have to take care of your dad. He's a pain in my ass. And now he's gone. Oh, I miss my husband. I'm alone now. I shouldn't have said those things. And I'm like, oh my God, man. Oh, Jesus. Please help me. Then I went to the store with her, and she's got a bad habit of picking up things and looking at them. She wants to analyze everything that she buys because she thinks she's getting fucked over. And then she went to go pick up a bag of potatoes, and the other ones beneath her almost fell on her. And I'm like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I didn't say fuck, but I was like, what are you doing? Leave me alone. You aggravate me. Next time you stay in the car, I come here by myself. Or just drop me off and I go back home on the bus. And I'm like, you're such a fucking drama queen, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you would think after being 80 years old and my dad's not around that you'd be like a little bit better. You're a fucking same nuisance. She's a Capricorn. The fuck you think? That's why she's like that. Damn Capricorn nuisance. I can't stand Capricorn people. They aggravate the shit out of me. And my mom's one of them. I love my mom to death, but she can be very aggravating. I love her though. She's not that bad. But when we go to places, she complains. She's very negative. And even before my dad died, she was the same way. She's so like, annoying. You know. But I have to realize every day that not everybody's gonna have the mentality I have. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Tanya, I love my mom, but she gives me a hard time. And I give her a hard time too because I don't want her to be negative. I hate when she's negative. It's so annoying, and I keep telling her, and she gets mad at me because, and then I'll see her like, oh, like stressed out or whatever, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? You think I need to show my teeth to say that I'm happy? And I'm like, Jesus Christ! All I did was ask you if you're okay and what's going on. Fuck, woman, you must be PMSing every day of your life. Fuck is wrong with you? Why can't you fucking well just be happy for your life? Like, why can't you just be happy you saw me today, your favorite son? So I try to make her laugh because she's so fucking miserable. Even before my dad died, she was like that. She was annoying. But I love her though, you know? I love her even though she's a pain in the ass. I give her more than enough slack, Tanya. I've told you many times, I do more for my mom than anybody else in this world. And she even says it. She says, you're the only one who does anything, everything for me. And every now and then she'll praise me and tell me she loves me and shit. But she also can't stand me because I tell her about herself, you know? And I tell her like, Mom, you can't be this way. You gotta move on. You gotta like, be happy that you're not in the hospital. You should be very happy that you have your health. Oh, what's there to be happy about? Me being all alone in this house? And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, what you having for dinner tonight? I don't even know. I don't freaking care. I just want to die. I'm sick and tired of being in this house by myself. And then. I say, Mom, I'll get you a cat. I don't want no cat. I'm sick and tired of cats. Mom, you want me to move in here and be with you every day? No, I'm fine. I don't need nobody. I want to be by myself. I'm like, you're a fucking nuisance, woman. I tell her all the time what positive things she has. I said, Mom, you have a house. You're getting more money now than you ever have gotten because dad's gone, right? So your life is gonna be okay. You got enough money. Me and your daughter, me and my sister pay for half of your bills. The rest you pay because it comes out of your account because of the insurance and the pension. It's all being paid for. You don't have no expenses. Everything's okay. You're spending less now. You're fine. I'm like, oh my God, man. Good night, Sophie. Take care. I need to get out of here myself. But I just don't. I wish that she was a lot more positive than negative. And she's been that way her whole life. My parents have always been negative, no matter what. They can hear the most positive things in the world, but they're gonna dwell on the negative. And that's one thing I never liked about my parents. And I'm like, how the fuck did you make me to be positive? Because I'm positive majority of the times. The only things I complain about is stupid people. I don't complain about my life like that. I just complain about the things around me or the things that I don't like. But I'm not going to complain every single day. And every person I talk to, I'm not going to tell them about my life. Hell no. I'll go nuts. And I've always been positive. I don't like being negative. I would always find a positive solution. So when something breaks and I'm like, oh my God, I'm always going to make the most positive solution. I'm like, it's okay. I'm going to fix it right now. Are you sure? Yes. Hold on. Let me go into the fucking phone booth and put on my S shirt for Supermark and I'll come and fix it. And then when I fix it, it goes, oh, what would I do without you? Oh, I didn't think you was gonna fix it. Ah, nah, 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 nah. Oh, thank God it wasn't bad. I'm like, did you see me worry once? You know, like chill out. Life is okay. Life's gonna move on without you. Don't be negative every fucking day. It's not good for you. Be positive. Look at all the good things you have in your life. Fuck's sake. Like, that's what I do every day. Every day I say, thank God I have this apartment. I have the life I have. I got clothes. I got food. I ate lobster yesterday. You know how many people that can't afford to have lobster? I can. I'm very grateful for that. The fuck you mean? I have water. I have food. I have clothes. I have fucking a zillion things. I got all the things I want. So why am I gonna complain? Fuck's sake. Be happy, people. Christy, good night, sweetheart. Take care. I'm gonna get out of here myself. You know. Tanya, you always say that. You always say, Mark, cut us some slack. I do. I give her all the slack in the world. I'm just saying that I don't do anything to aggravate her or to make her feel bad. What I'm saying is I wish that she as a person could be more positive. Even before my dad died, she was never positive. Neither was my dad. I used to always tell my parents, please guys, just be positive. Don't think that this is a bad thing. Like when the hurricane came a couple years ago, 2 years ago, the hurricane destroyed their kitchen ceiling, and then it dropped and it almost hit them while they were eating. Thank God it didn't. So my mom called me, oh my God, the ceiling came down, my house is falling down. I'm like, yo, 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 calm down. It can be fixed. What the hell are you talking about? Oh my God. So I get down there, my dad's like, you know how your mother is. So my dad, he was cool. He knew it can be fixed. And I said, look, calm down. We're gonna get it fixed. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, man, what the fuck, man? So then, bang, I fixed it. And then I said, Mom, see that? I told you it's gonna be okay. Leave me alone. That's what she'll do. And I'm like, wow, this fucking woman. This is why I don't have a goddamn woman. Because of you. Because people like women like you is the reason I don't have a damn woman. You women drive a man fucking nuts. That's why men die early. You women are fucking nuts. It's not easy. That's for sure. Yeah, it is. I mean, I feel bad for her because I know that she doesn't have anybody, but she has us. And she's so happy when she sees her grandchildren. And they all like go see her and talk to her, especially the ones here. We make them go see her. But I call her every day, sometimes twice a day. I go down there, I do whatever I can. But sometimes, I'm frustrated with my mom because she's still not understanding, like, to be positive for what she has. And I told her, I said, look at your sisters. They were without their husbands for years. You ain't even been a couple months without that. You know? If they can do it, you can do it. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, these people should be your inspiration. Calm down. Don't be so negative, man. Fuck. Anyway, I love my mom, and I'll do anything for her. And I'm gonna treat her to some lobster next week. And tomorrow I'm gonna make dinner for her. And she'll find some negativity in something that I do. Guarantee. And I'll just shrug my shoulders and be like, yep, ain't nothing changed. Miss Negative. All right, guys. Love you all. Thanks for having a great conversation as always. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't believe I'm not even tired. I'm not even sleepy. This is so weird. I feel like the olden days when I used to be on here till like wee hours of the morning. I don't know. It's just weird. I feel weird. Like I'm not tired. I'm not sleepy. It's just some dumbass shit. I don't understand it. I don't know. Maybe I need to do something to be tired. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a horrid son. What can I say? I'm so bad. You know, so bad, but yet so good. Only when they need me. That's what I tell her. I say, you only love me when you need me. Same thing with my sister. I tell her the same thing. She goes, I love you, bro. Thanks for the lobster. I'm like, you only love me when you fucking want lobster, or you, I give it to you, or I do something for you. Otherwise, hey, you call me an asshole. All right, love you guys. Bye. Oh, that's nice. Well, at least you got the rest of the day to deal with what you got to deal with. Take care, gal. Nice talking to you. Tanya, good night. Hey, go for it. Have fun. Have fun.